Who am I? My name is Dr. Victoria Best. I was born in Philadelphia, raised in Philadelphia, and lived through the foster care system, also the incarceration system. I am a mother, I'm an employee, I'm a leader, I'm a community activist. I am here, I'm present. My jobs include project manager of the district attorney's data collab, CEO of Victoria Urban Outreach Tutoring Service, and active president of Society to Preserve Philadelphia African American Assets. I am always in community trying to make a difference because it started at home with me, essentially, to want to change my life. And because of that, I want to support others in their journey to being uplifted and essentially reaching their dreams, to minimize poverty and to change inequalities in the city that I live in and abroad. I do that through education, outreach, and support.
I have few questions. What is your future direction of the nonprofit that have right now?
The direction for VOIT's Victoria Urban Outreach Tutoring Service is to last beyond my lifetime, to create a foundation in the city of Philadelphia that provides educational resources and structures that support not only youth, but families, individuals, and everyone who really wants to be able to get some fundamental skills to be able to take them to the next level. And that encumbers physical structures, essentially in the whole city of Philadelphia, in every area or district, and resources within the Philadelphia public school system.
Kind of the detours that you had before you started the nonprofit.
Repeat that question.
What kind of detours did you have before you started the nonprofit? Well, did you have any detours before you started a nonprofit? Because you start before you had an idea about the nonprofit. So, what detours did you have when you started thinking about the nonprofit?
So it wasn't a detour for me. It was really a connection or a bridge that I had to gap because I started a for-profit business that provided in-home, on-site, and library tutoring service and expand to other resources and service like high-set testing and parent support, school, homeschool support, and a slew of other things. But what the challenge was that I had to bridge and where the nonprofit came out of was a lot of people couldn't consistently afford the services. They would maybe be doing good, have some essential extra funds outside of their budget, but then that consistency which children need, because tutoring and educational support is not just a band-aid fix. It's essentially over time the consistent work that folks need. And so when I realized that, I created the nonprofit so that individuals could receive free educational resources and support. And really, that's how the nonprofit started, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have limitations on individuals that I service.
Awesome. How did you find others to commit to the work of your nonprofit?
It wasn't others who committed to the work, it was others who committed it to me. And that was really different. And I'm going to say that because when you create a nonprofit, you have to have a board that aligns and believes in the mission. And I believe that the board that I essentially work with, and it started with, they believed in the mission, but I believe that they saw me as a catalyst for the mission and the example to how not only the mission could be fulfilled, but how it can really be successful and sustainable over time. If
Awesome.
that makes sense. Yeah.
So when did you fully trust the plan for your nonprofit?
I never not trusted it.
You never, so you always trusted from the very beginning.
From
You
the very beginning, because my nonprofit started as a not-for-profit. When I applied for the 501c3 status, I had to wait 2 years. So I'd applied in 26, I applied in 2018, but I didn't get the status actually until 2020. And they backdated it all the way to 2018. So from 2016 to 2018, I functioned and operated as a not-for-profit entity, having my EIN number, my commercial activities license, and essentially some insurance so that I can move around. But the difference from for-profit and not for-profit is that folks just can't use it as a tax write-off. And so I just had to essentially share that with people as I moved forward. But I said that there really wasn't any hurdles because I always believed in myself. It was just about giving back to the community, giving back to people. And so I knew that I was up for the challenge. I just had to find some folks that was going to be up for the challenge as well.
Awesome, awesome. Now, who greatly impacted your life?
Oh, so many people that I haven't met, so many people that I have met. I rode by a cemetery, and when I rode by that cemetery, it reminded me that I'm standing on the shoulders of all those who came before me. So when we say who impacted my life, is Betty Shabazz, Malcolm X, James Baldwin, um, the Black Panthers, Asada Shakur. And then I have my actual physical mentors that I've had the opportunity of working with, and was Roger Gay, Deborah Gary, and just so many others, Mabel Wellborn from the Trust. A lot of people don't realize that they have essentially taught me something and changed my life just through their movements and them being an example.
You had mentioned the last time I talked to you about a woman who she's gone home right now, but she really impacted your life. Tell us a little bit about her.
Her name was Major Deborah Gary. And again, she was definitely one of my mentors. And I must say that I met her more in my third life. I'm on this third life with my youngest son, actually seeing this, a lot of the work that I put in my first and second life to come to fruition, where I'm actually putting all of the things that I learned in place in a higher level. And she is the person who helped me honestly get into that. And I want to just say that a lot of folks talk about imposter syndrome. Um, she helped me understand that I've never been an imposter. You can never be an imposter. The only syndrome that you have is lack of identity, of assuming who you are supposed to be. And so if you assume the responsibility of who you are supposed to be and identify the purpose, then you don't have to be an imposter. And that's what I've learned from her. And so I learned to just have the mindset to be the person that I wanted to be. And that's how she guided me.
Awesome. Do you ever feel it's too late to become an impact to your family, your community, and this world? Is it ever too late?
Never. It's never too late. It's never too late to make a difference. And first, though, but if you want to make a difference, you have to make a difference within yourself. So it's never too late to do that. And once you start making a difference within yourself, the impact on yourself from yourself begins to become seen through others. And then the interactions that you have with others will change and shift. And that experience will just multiply into blossoming wonderful opportunities and experiences that no longer we can say is trauma, but triumphs and social engaging with others.
I like that. Not trauma triumphs. I like that.
Mhm.
I really like. I'm gonna use that. So, what do you need to be a greater impact?
I need resources, funds, and support. I need people to believe into the mission and not just myself. I need people to understand the necessity for education and understand that it doesn't have to be formal or informal. It just have to be a sense of awareness and knowledge so that you can then in turn support and give it back to somebody else. I need people to pass the baton. I need people to understand that in order for us to grow, we have to allow others to assume the position that they're supposed to have. And that means that we need to step down from some of the positions that we may hold and understand that that doesn't mean that we are an exempt or no longer important. It just means that evolution is occurring. And if you say you want to be a part of change, then you understand that evolution is a part of change. And so I need folks to just be more conscious about who they are, what they say they are, and what they want to stand for, and the process in order that it takes in order to really to achieve that. So I need for everybody to be good within themselves because every interaction that I have with a person that is healing benefits me. Unhealed people expose and re-traumatize others. And it's a consistent cycle. So what I need is for the cycles to be broken. I need people to stand up and be willing to take the courage or have the courage to pull on those chains so that we can let those chains go. That's what I need.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So thank you so much. This has been very impactful to me. So I know it's going to be impactful for others. So I can't wait to share it when we start doing our nonprofit one-on-one because this is like